a signal around the globe. Direct from New York City. It's Brad Blanks.
Hello, Mr. Spielberg. How are you, sir? I'm Brad. Good to see you again. I think we last saw each other at Minority Report on the same carpet. Was that 9 years ago?
Reef.
How are you, mate? You going well?
Going really well.
Now, there's the adventure spirit in this film, Tintin. What drew you to the story initially?
What drew me to the story was just the fact that Tintin has both a moral compass, a tremendous sense of direction, and an incredible sort of tenacity never to let go once he's onto something. He's like a great investigator. Of course, he's an investigative reporter. Yeah. And I love the fact that he'd get involved in these innocent little mysteries until he becomes the story himself.
Right, but it's death-defying moments, isn't it? I mean,
there's cliffhangers left and right because he's always getting into trouble. He's always being chased. While he's chasing, he's got somebody chasing him. It never stops.
Now this whole motion capture stuff, do you love it as a man that's delved in all sorts of special effects since the early 70s? What's this one mean to you at this stage of your career?
Well, I was able to get my hands on the technology. It's a tactile technology. I was able to actually have a game controller with a TV screen and make my shots while the actors were in an empty volume acting their hearts out. I could actually do my shtick as a director. So it was a very tactile medium.
But as a man that's obviously very serious at the moment when you're getting this all down, but as an absurdity in these actors wearing the suit, because I've talked to Andy Serkis before, and he says it's hot and sweaty, but he has to find comedy in being in this all day long.
He's right. But the actors become accustomed to each other in the first day of capture. And people stop laughing at how funny they look, and they start getting down to work.
Now, in a quick Steven Spielberg trivia moment, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, the villain who goes with his hand into the heart to pull the heart out. Before he says that, he says, Kalima, Kalima, Shek today? Kalima, Kalima, Shek today.
Yes, and translated into English, that's, I have just invented the PG-13 rating. No. I think that's what it must mean, because that's exactly the result of pulling the heart out. PG-13 was born.
From that moment?
The second the heart came out, the rating was born, between PG and R.
That is brilliant.
The greatest sacrifice for the common good of the movie industry, I think, since the rating system first began.
Because that shook me as a boy. I was like, saw that and I had nightmares, but that was the magic of why I loved your movies from that scene. Like I went, so that's a good thing. Good nightmares.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Well done. We learned something there. Kalima, shook today. PG-13. Mr. Spielberg, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Good stuff. Lovely fella. The legend.